Never remember lyrics. I remember music, but not lyrics, you know?
You just
Are
make your
lyrics
own.
part of the music? It's part of the story, right? The tale? The auditory tale?
Yes.
Yes.
But
When you hear good music, do your auditory tunnels get engorged and moisten for good music?
I guess you could say my ears perk up, so I guess that is the auditory tunnels engorging, so,
Engorging and moistening?
I don't know about the moistening part.
Yeah.
I'm sure there's a little, lubrication involved anytime something is enjoyable, right?
Yeah. A dopamine lubrication, right? Firing off.
Where are you taking me here?
Anywhere we're going. That's the best place to go.
I mean, we did just watch like 20 minutes of music theory.
Yeah, bro. It's interesting. Cool.
Like, I don't know, it didn't blow my mind as much as I think it blew yours. Because I already kind of...
Well, I'm terrible with that kind of shit. Any kind of rhythm, and remembering lyrics and shit
You look
like
like a guy that could have rhythm, though.
I could, I'm sure, if I... You know, I've been told my whole life that I'd be really good at stuff if I just put effort into it.
I can see that. And I mean, firsthand, I've told you many of the things. I mean, there's a few things I've seen you put effort in that you've excelled at.
Oh.
Perhaps your job right now.
Yeah. I put the effort in and...
Not even a lot of it. Not even a lot.
No, there are times. I just make effort look effortless sometimes, and I think that's what
That could be your
confuses
shirt.
people.
That's your t-shirt.
Yeah.
Like your face making effort look effortless. That's your brand.
That's my brand.
Mel making effort look effortless.
And now that I got the mustache, I can just have the outline.
Yeah, you could be. I can see you as a window decal sticker.
Yeah.
Making effort look effortless.
Make an effort look effortless.
I'm just gonna mel this one. What do you mean you're gonna mel it? I'm gonna make this effort look effortless.
Yeah, bro. I don't want to go viral or something. Well,
We know that.
shit, because going viral, you never know what it's for. No.
It's for the lows and the likes, man, and
The lows, the reactions.
reaction.
I've been thinking about deleting Facebook at least. Just getting rid of it. Some days I just read it and I'm like, oh.
I can
Especially if you go into
totally
like
understand that.
the comments, the public comments on like news articles or, you know, just shit like that. Just like local shit too. Just reading some of that shit and never is my
Never read the comments. You never.
never is my faith in
read the
humanity
comments, dude.
destroyed more than by that.
Well, there's always going to be the person you think is going to be there is going to be there.
Oh yeah.
But there's going to be the person that you think is there taken to like the nth degree is also going to be there.
Yeah.
So like you got to think 10 times worse of what you're actually already thinking is going to be there because that's going to be there, bro.
Yeah.
It's all there.
It's all there.
And then you see the why is this stupid bitch on the okay, I'm sorry, Grandma, for calling you a stupid bitch, but like the like person who just figured out the internet. That person's on there, saying what they gotta say. It's just
All kinds of shit.
and
Some backward ass shit too.
I could see how our society has been the past couple months, wanting to like just take a little step back from the socialness of it all.
Oh, and that's where because you can't go outside and socially argue with people like you would at bars or whatever in different settings, you know, go out there. And so all these people are just online a lot more.
Yeah, it's a blessing and a curse because you get the news right away and it's so raw. Like, honestly, would we have ever heard about that shit that happened in Milwaukee last week without social media?
Without the internet?
No, I don't think that was on like anything but local news. And even then it was twisted.
Yeah, well, yeah. Well, because you look at, is local media really local media anymore?
No,
because a lot of it's owned by different
What channel is it on? I'll tell you who
corporation
owns it, yeah.
conglomerations. Sinclair Broadcasting, Fox. I'm sure they're Comcast, Viacom.
Yeah, ABC, NBC, CNN.
Yeah.
It's like what flavor you want?
And then it's just made to look different, and it's catering to different interests.
Left wing or right wing?
And you can't just say, you know what, just go outside and turn it off anymore. I guess you could if you went outside and soloed things.
In your own yard.
Which
if you have one of those.
Brings me to something I've been thinking about a lot this week, is that people don't do enough self-reflecting. They don't challenge their own viewpoints a lot, I find. It's people get...
Like meditation?
You could call it meditation. You could do it while you meditate. Just challenge your own viewpoints and say, am I the one wrong here?
Yes.
There's not enough of that.
If there's something I've learned over the years is that a person never thinks they're wrong.
Well, no,
it takes a real
it's critical thinking
to admit that they've been wrong
and that's what I think we're lacking, is people to actually hold themselves accountable.
Right, hold yourself to that standard that I can be wrong, but I don't want to be wrong anymore.
It's back to that thing I keep saying, it's okay to be ignorant. It's not okay to stay ignorant. So, as long as you're making progress and learning and at least making an effort and an attempt to understand people, because we have a society. That's not going to change. You're not going to... If you want to go out and be a hermit...
We have a society.
If you want to go out and be a hermit and be self-sufficient in the woods or live in a small community, that's one thing, but in the system we have right now, if you live in a city or any kind of town or anything, you have to deal with people.
If you can see your neighbor,
you have to deal with other people, and it's best to go to those relationships from a point of trying to understand where they're coming from too, instead of just being closed off. And
I know where all my neighbors are coming from.
Yeah, I've seen your
drugs.
Yeah,
dude, I went to take the dog out last night at probably midnight, and the one scrap guy, he's the dude in the complex that
it's always scrap guys that are the tweakers, man.
Well, everyone's a tweaker, but this dude, he went to the doctor apparently earlier to get a stress test done, and apparently they pump you full of radiation stuff. So he went to the scrapyard afterward just to show him, because when you do that kind of stuff, that's the kind of stuff you do.
Yeah.
All right, guys, look, I'll set your alarms off. He. But he's got that raspy fucking, I smoke too many cigarette voice.
Yeah. And of course you hear his whole story.
Yeah, it's 20 fucking minutes.
And you're just trying to be all all right, I'm leaving.
I was asleep before I came out here. The dog just peed. I want to go the fuck back in and go to sleep. I got shit to do tomorrow. I gotta move my friend's girlfriend. No, you want to sit here and tell me how you set off everybody's fucking alarm for being radioactive?
And you're please don't come close to me, sir.
Yeah, for real. I'm
more than 6 feet, please.
Dude, I'm so surprised that none of these motherfuckers behind me have got the COVID.
Oh, they probably do. You just don't know it.
They would not be asymptomatic. These are people barely clinging on to life, or are so drugged up they don't know they're alive, kind of thing. It's ugh. I found a needle last week walking the dog, bro. First thing in the morning, walking the dog. Oh, don't step on that, Cinder.
You need to just get into her old place.
True.
We'll talk about that after this. Yeah, after this. They have a situation they can do that with.
Anyway.
Afterwards.
So I could see how you'd want to disconnect. I think that's where I was going with all that.
What?
Where was I going with all that? You were talking about how you wanted to disconnect from
social media.
Social media, yeah.
Yeah, just get off of it.
Yeah.
And it's not... Because I still, at the end of the day, believe that most people are good. Or come from a good place. But I think there's a lot of people that just don't challenge themselves enough to educate past what they think they know.
There's a lot of people that come from a good place, but don't necessarily know how to do good.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Yeah.
But I think there's apathy too. I don't know.
That's me.
Yeah. We've talked about that. It's okay. We all have our own existence to live, and I think that's what enough people don't understand.
There's man, it's a lot to talk about.
A lot to talk about.
We
haven't done this in 2 weeks, right?
I was sick, and then we were destroyed last week from...
You helped me install pretty much a whole new wall. We put in a whole new wall here at the
The manor is now more insulated and secure. And
yeah, put some insulation up. I'll be doing that again with some of these walls. I want to do it with all the exterior walls because I think that'll hold the AC in. And here in Florida, AC is a...
You know what really helps with that?
What?
You get up on that roof and seal her up.
Yeah.
I mean, that's a lot of...
Like
if
that?
you're going to make your own sealer, it's going to take a while.
Oh, yeah, with semen? Is that what you were implicating?
Sealer.
Sealman.
I mean, you know.
No, I don't know.
I'm sure
Elaborate.
you would have to add some stuff to it for it to work, but I'm sure...
Water?
Amongst other things.
Corona? The
beer?
beverage, not the disease.
Cerveza?
Yeah.
No, I don't think that would do any good.
Oh.
But some water...
Cornstarch.
Water retardant properties. I don't know. What do you...
I don't know, man.
Rubber? Some rubber.
Oh, yeah, rubber.
Yeah, because I am rubber, you are glue, whatever you say bounces off me and
sticks to
sticks
you.
to you. Yeah. Rubber,
I agree with that. You don't like Rush.
Not much, no. I respect Rush. And I can
you
see
don't-
where people would like them.
You don't like Yes.
No, and I don't like most of the music that sounds like that. Like, what's the one band with the flute guy?
Steely Dan?
No, not Steely Dan. Jethro Tull. Yeah. fuck
Oh,
that.
Jethro Tull. You're right.
Yeah.
I get those confused sometimes. I shouldn't.
Not my bag.
You don't like the whole, like, whimsical,
Yeah, I don't like wizardry shit.
fantasy type.
Yeah.
That's why we need to get you... we need to play a D&D game and get you role-playing.
I still want to like the music, though.
No, it's okay. You can be a bard
Exactly.
and make your own music.
Wait, no, I wouldn't be a fucking bard.
You can be a bard. I could see you being a bard.
I'm not here for morale and shit.
There's bards that have death songs and shit.
Funeral dirges? I can make a funeral dirge like my team.
Maybe you could
Shall
do a mix of like a necromancer
horrible
bard, so you're like bringing like an army of skeletons, like a Pied Piper kind of shit.
So something kind of like in Mad Max Fury Road with the guy with the flaming...
Oh yeah, what was dude's name? Because he had an actual name. The guy that would play
Yeah,
the
that
guitar.
guy. And the flames would come out.
Yeah, I think it's like Deer Hoof or something. It's something.
Of course, it's Deer Hoof.
It's something crazy like that.
All that was practical effects too. Like
That's
they
why
actually
that-
made that.
that's why
it
that-
looked so good.
Looks so good. It's a Coma Doof Warrior.
Oh yeah, Deer Hoof.
Yeah, it is, you know.
It's a Deer Hoof.
Hoof, Doof. Coma Doof Warrior.
Was that a?
But yeah, that's like a bard. You could play a character like that, I'm sure.
I might be able to get down with that. I'd rather just be a barbarian though.
Yeah, I would thinking you would be a barbarian. And just
Big dumb sword guy.
Yeah, that's what I'd like to play too.
That's what I usually choose when I'm doing those kind of things.
Yeah, man. Just get in there and swing that sword.
Because I don't like going in the background. Like, I don't like being in the back throwing spells and shit. That's weak.
I did it a couple times, but one time I lit the whole room on fire and melted the gold that was in there too. So we kind of got fucked because my
whoops.
fireball was a little misplaced.
Too much there, guys. Sometimes I can use like a ranged weapon, like a bow.
A bow.
But the in between time is usually a little too much
that's
for me.
why you need to read Berserk, man. This is totally what that guy is. Big ass sword.
Yeah, why do I need to read about what I already am?
No, because you get inspiration. It's like from another viewpoint, you know?
I'm trying to chill. I'm trying to center myself, Mel. I'm trying to...
Yeah, but you can center yourself by reading that, man. It's so good. I want to get the more of them because I got the game on the Steam sale. Steam is having their big summer sale.
I only support English writers.
I've been waiting for this game to go on sale for a while because reading those comics or the manga, I'm all like, man, I want to play that game. I want to just beat some shit up because it's a Dynasty Warriors type game.
Ugh.
Yep. We're to the grind.
Ugh.
We were talking about earlier. Man,
it's just what do they call those? Infinite. Oh, damn it.
I don't
know. Just like it's just infinite hordes. Just keep coming at you.
Yeah. Until you do the objectives. There's things you got to do. Kill the other generals and shit. It gets a little more complex when you play it. Harder difficulties and shit. You got to do combos and
combo breaker.
Know when to hit your special moves and shit. But it gives me that feeling of just tearing through waves and waves with his giant ass fucking sword. But as I was getting back to, he has a ranged weapon too, but it's like a cannon. His hand is like mechanical,
like Mega Man,
kinda, and it'll be like a cannon that just fucking shoots. Or like he can load up. He has a little crossbow, like a hand bow.
Oh, like Boba Fett.
Kinda, yeah, but not a beam, and he just picks dudes off from all over the crazy place. Just shoot like 8 arrows at once, just doof, 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 doof. Yeah. He's a badass.
I'll give you that.
Guts, man.
Not my steezo. I don't like those Japanese things, man.
I just think you don't give it a chance. You gotta get into it. You gotta let yourself lubricate.
Listen, I'm having quite a good enough time with my English comic book writers and
no, I'm
source material.
I think we can both agree on like Boom and Image have been knocking it out. Boom, especially, man.
Boom make thing go boom.
Yeah. So I'm all for the indies. In fact, I canceled a lot of the DC stuff in my box.
I'm over a lot of it too.
It's just not, and even with the Marvel stuff's all right, but again, it's not as interesting as the other stuff that's out there right now. Man, Gideon Falls. Woo! That's some good shit.
I forgot where.
Family Tree. You read that yet?
Yes. Okay.
So they just skipped over that whole time leap.
Exactly. That's exactly what I wanted to say. Where's the notes?
But on the cover, it's still.
It was like foreshadowing. Yeah, that issue was going to be. See, that's why I don't like comic book covers. They never have anything to do with what the fuck's inside. Yeah, they don't pay off that page on the number 5 Future Jump thing just yet.
Yeah, they're slow burning that, I think, because you're getting more backstory on who the villains are.
It was the backstory of how the dad died or became a tree, a wooden hand or whatever.
Yeah. Connected some parallel tree verse. I don't know, man.
It's so weird, but cool.
I haven't read the Once in Future yet.
Did you get it though?
No, not the newest one. I still haven't read the other one.
Did you read Undiscovered Country?
Yes.
There was a lot going on there.
Yeah, that's another. I think I gotta go back and reread all those.
People ride around on giant starfish, a giant rolling city, and a train racing to the gate. Space shuttle that's like been repurposed as like a Zeppelin.
Yeah.
Uncle Sam's dead. Was Uncle Sam, right? That died?
Yeah.
Jeez.
Just got picked off that sniper shot.
And now they're like inside the gate, but like the gate isn't a gate. It's like
like an AI brain.
I don't know.
Or is it somebody in there controlling it? I don't know.
Because it seemed like it was only like yay big, but now they're just traveling through the motherfucker.
Oh yeah, on the top
Right. Like the dude was standing on top.
Well, I think was that the same wall?
I thought so.
Yeah.
No, well, not from the
maybe
beginning.
They're traveling under it though.
But they blow a hole right through the middle, or the door opens, or some. Maybe they're under it. I don't know.
I think the thing was. Yeah, I gotta go back and reread it.
Weird.
Same with Nowhere Man.
Yeah. The staple gun guy or the nail gun guy is.
The nail gun guy. What else?
I think 2 more issues. He's gonna be.
The tree. Oh yeah. The tree guy being burned alive. That whole place is crazy.
Did I share with you any of those pictures from Savage Dragon 249?
No, I don't think so.
They had to rewrite this, and first off, a little background. It's a Canadian comic book from Eric Larson. It's been around since like the 90s. They're about to hit issue 250 like next month. And last issue, they went hard on us Americans for the COVID, saying that we're not paying attention and shit. Like, okay, like us in Canada are like really taking this seriously. Like, what did you guys just fuck the 6-foot rule and shit? There was like several, maybe 3 or 4 different panels talking about it. Like how we're pieces of shit for the way we're handling it.
Wow. We kind of are.
Couldn't disagree, though.
Yeah?
Couldn't disagree. Did you read Philadelphia 6 yet? He says he looks at his pile. Nope.
I don't think so. I think that's in the to-read pile still.
To-read pile? It's getting pretty thick over there.
No. Well, hold on. I think I might have read it. Let me jog the memory.
Oh, Jesus.
Bro, I've been so busy with all the moving shit, and... No. Yeah, I haven't read it, because it's in there with...
What about Something's Killing the Children?
I thought I read that one. But
The other hunter guy comes to clean
Oh,
up the
yeah,
mess?
I did read it.
It was a meh issue. But at the end there, you get
story
this, like,
about the whole
organization thing.
Yeah.
And the glimpse of, like, what the fuck's up with this little girl at the end.
I know.
Yeah, because they're about to move her. That we didn't even know about this little girl before, and now she's probably a very poignant figure.
Oh, we did know about she was in the previous. That's one of the little girls they found.
Oh, okay.
In one, yeah, it was...
Fair.
And so that was one of the ones that the monsters... She was down in, like, the cave or something, and they found her.
Oh, okay. So... Oh, yeah. Protests still going on?
Yeah, there are protests.
Oh, what's more of a thing now? That, Black Lives Matter, and protests and all that, or COVID?
I think it's a whole mixture of crazy things, though. You can't... Because it just depends on who you're talking to, really.
The COVID seems pretty shitty this...
Well, that's because we live in Florida, bro. There's other places that it's starting to get better at, but Florida ain't one of them.
We got at least one case at work.
At least one, yes.
Others seeking out tests.
And who knows, because how many people are actually going to go get tested?
Well, who can? So, there's people that I've heard that can't find a test.
Yeah,
or they get there, they wait in line, and they say, we're done with all the tests for today.
And then the president's withdrawing funding for test sites and shit like that.
Yeah. Man.
So, herd immunity.
This is so fucking weird.
The whole last...
The whole year.
Yeah.
It's just like the weirdest time I've ever lived, I think. Like,
yeah, we're living in something we'll always remember.
My 39 years on this planet, I'm probably going to remember this year the most.
Yeah, well, there's the most shit that happened, but this is kind of like, this feels, all right, remember 9/11 and how that felt, and how that was kind of, but this is a whole year of that kind of like nervous, anxious feeling.
A whole year of, it was an inside job!
Just like a whole year of different crazy shit where you're going, wait, what? What?
Yeah, what today?
What? Wait, what?
Hold on, let me drink my coffee first, motherfucker.
Yeah.
God damn it.
Meth gators, right? Meth gators, you saw that?
Yeah, meth gators knocking on the door. What's that, meth gators?
Meth gators. From drug dealers flushing their meth or something.
That's been a thing, though.
Meth gators, watch out for them.
I ain't scared. See, animals don't freak me out nearly as much as people.
Well, because people are the weirdest animal. Yeah, you know why? Free will. Okay.
You're blaming Jesus?
What?
God gave us free will.
Who? No.
That's what I was told in my Christian school.
Who's God, though?
Me.
So you gave yourself free will. There you go.
I mean, yeah, basically.
Yeah, if you're going to go by some, like...
Magic sky being?
I don't know. Well... What is that? Is that some
a well-edited
LaVey
book?
that you kind of become your own god?
Oh, well, no.
We are our own gods. We are the god, you know.
Goddess yeah, true.
You're the one that creates your life and your world.
I manifest it.
To some degree, you have to, like, compromise in situations, but to some degree, yeah, if you want something, it goes back to the effort. If I put effort into things, I would have a lot more things.
At least you admit it.
But
see it. The fact that you're happy with it.
At the end of the day, that's exactly it. Like, what is happiness? Is it contentment? What is it? And then
four walls and a cot.
Well, I was thinking about that last night, like, because I was thinking about, all right, you do some psychedelics, and sometimes you get a little introspective, and you're like, I could be at a different place in my life, and not that I've done psychedelics anytime recently.
But, you know, I've heard that happens.
Yeah.
From reliable sources.
But you get all introspective, your body tenses up, you feel every, like, pain in your body, you're all like, oh, fuck, like, where am I? What am I doing here? Like, what is my life? How did I get here? And you start thinking about all these little negative things that you can't let it get to you. You are where you are. Don't fight it. Just try to do what you can. Manifest it. You know? If you want something,
days go by.
Get out there. Manifest it. We live somewhere where we can. Have you seen that joke?
Where we can
do. I mean, there's some things we can't do. Okay, all right, let's break down freedom.
I can't goddamn go out in public without a goddamn mask on, Mel.
All right, well, there you go. So that's a freedom we don't have. You know, but we have the freedom to travel across the entire country if we wanted.
I ain't getting on no fucking plane.
You could drive. Like, I'm not saying right now, but as you can do these things. There's some places you can buy weed legally, you know. That's a freedom some people have. We don't have the freedom to build without permits and regulations in some instances.
I mean, we do. It's just on whether we choose to do it.
Well, there are consequences if you get caught doing it. In some places, they're just like, I don't fucking care, you know? And those people have those freedoms, or the freedoms to buy cheaper products that are like bootlegs because there's no privacy or copyright laws in some countries. So,
but they closed the flea market down.
Yeah, they did. So we can't even get the imports of that stuff anymore.
The bootleg imports. No. No.
They're like, where are all those people going to go?
Why?
A lot of those flea market people didn't know how to use the internet.
Well,
and
a lot of those flea market people have had the same inventory since like 20 years ago, so fuck them.
And that's when it's starting to come back now. They were just about to hit that spike, that 20-year spike, Robert.
This shit is cool again, buddy.
Hey, buddy, you come over here. Are you looking for iPad? First generation.
First gen. It's good shit.
Good shit, man. Good shit. We put new battery in. That's racist of me to like make that accent, right? You can't. Is that part of cancel culture?
This is actually something I wanted to talk about. It's not on the notes, but it was something I was talking about coming over here. Because the guy that played Cleveland
is no longer going to do the voice.
And I did not know that the guy that played Cleveland
was a white guy.
Was a white dude.
I always assumed it was like Seth MacFarlane.
That's what I thought.
And that's a white dude.
He's a white dude, but yeah. So here was my thing, though.
But what kind of white is he?
No.
Let me tell you, I don't like those Italians. If they're Irish, it's okay, but...
Do you think that, like, cartoon characters should be voiced by the ethnicity they're supposed to be?
Well, Bart Simpson was a girl.
Is.
So
yeah, so if that person does that, the perfect voice... It's
just the voice, yeah.
It's what you're looking for? Is it wrong? If they're...
No.
like the guy that did the Simpsons Apu voice, the Indian, the thank you very much thing. Yeah,
it was, what's his name, right?
he's a comedian or something.
Yeah.
So, what up, Fry Boy?
Hey, Fry.
So, should you try to make an effort to find someone of that ethnicity to have the perfect voice you want? Or should you just be like, well, this guy can do character voices.
And do a lot of different characters.
Right. Is it okay to do that?
I think, because voice acting, that's a whole different thing. Okay? I'm fine with that.
But isn't that like almost a form of blackface, if you will?
Kinda, yeah.
Code speaking. It's code speaking.
Yeah. You are absolutely correct. It is kind of that. And when you think of it, I can see how that's... I just think...
So, hold on. This is the conclusion I came to on the brief car ride over here about this. If you are trying to get a reoccurring role on something, like if it's just like a one-off role, whoever. But if it's going to be a reoccurring role, or they're going to establish a history on this show, you should try to get the ethnicity.
I think that you should definitely be looking at more of a broader range and giving more people an opportunity. So definitely bring in more people for like casting tryouts that are different ethnicities, you know? Because at the end of the day, voice acting is a weird one. I'm saying, like, I don't think we should be having white dudes play Asian guys in movies or anything like that, or, you know.
But it's okay if they're a cartoon?
But it's a voice. That's the thing. It's just...
Yeah, but this is wrong for me to take voice like this, Mel? This is wrong, right? This is not funny anymore? Me talk like this?
I mean...
Even though this is an accurate representation of who we are trying to speak like.
Yeah, if it was the person, because I do know people that speak like that. But that's, I think...
Because I know every voice I do, I'm thinking of somebody as I'm doing it.
Yeah, me too. And I think most people are, and... that's where it becomes tricky. I think what we need to be more worried about... I think people are worried about the wrong things with this. I think what we need to be worried about is not marginalizing people so much, so they... Because you...
don't make that the butt of every fucking joke.
Yeah.
Or, well, the butt of every fucking ethnic joke.
Yeah, the whole talking.
Why the fuck do you need an ethnic joke? Anyway,
I don't...
No, granted, hey, we're not going to go down that road.
Impersonations, though, are funny, you know? And that's... We need to be looking at it as a point of making sure we know our own biases. And getting more... promoting more people that look different for people to look up to, you know? Like, when you see a bunch of white characters on TV, it's like WWE wrestling, which is something we both just had the Kofi story, which was really one of the first time that...
Since The Rock, that a black predominant person has held a prestigious championship.
Exactly. Well, that championship, because the Intercontinental and, you know... Those
aren't prestigious.
Not like WWE title, and it wasn't even the Universal title, you know? We need to make sure that things are happening like that. If you are in a position of power that you can use your power for better, we need to make sure things are happening like that, because that gives hope to a lot of people that look like Kofi, a lot of children that look up to him, that are different than us, you know?
And another thing that Kofi said, to bring this to him specifically, that, like, even when it was, like, a black character in that kind of role, it wasn't someone who was, like, happy-go-lucky.
A positive character.
Yeah,
that's something...
the angry black person.
That's something that stuck with me from that New Day podcast, too, about how Xavier Woods talked about all his personality in public is this joyous, bubbly character, because he's trying so hard to not come off as aggressive or as, like, this hardened black man like thing, but it's a whole different life, and I don't know. You just got to understand where other people are coming from, because we all live such different lives.
It's like people like
there's no one size fits all to society.
The thing I saw today on the internet, or on Facebook, even though the devil, the thing that hit me most today that I've seen was that someone shared the thing that said the person struggling to speak your language probably knows
I saw it, yeah.
every 10,000 words in their language that you know.
That they have to add on to that, yeah.
On top of what they know in your language. Don't fault them for that. I've always felt ignorant for not knowing more of a second language than I do.
Yeah. And definitely, especially
that.
And that goes back to I don't know, it's different in Europe because there are still nationalistic people, but there are, when you have to interact with different groups, cultures and just people who are different than you, I think it adds to you so much more than it takes away, And again, that's being open to maybe I'm not right. Being open to listening and understanding other people's viewpoints and stories. That's why religion never made sense to me.
Try being ingrained in it for 14 years of your life and your family not even really being deep in it.
Yeah, it's just we do this because we do this. This is just how things are, but that's, I don't know. Sometimes traditions are the things that hold us back the most.
I'm thankful, though, that I went to that school.
Because you get a different perspective.
I got a different perspective. I like the moral ground that I got from it. Or moral grounding, or whatever you want to say.
No, I mean, and there's definitely some good place. I find a lot of Christian people come from a good place, but Christian organizations
are terrible.
Yeah.
Yeah, it made me see the bullshit a lot better, too.
It's when I always thought, I heard a quote once, it's when religion becomes organized that it becomes, corrupted.
Yep. 100%. So, TikTok
is a fucking data mining.
Is Antifa or something? What?
No.
They single-handed... apparently it was TikTok people that got all of Trump's rally tickets or some shit.
Oh, yeah, that. TikTok users, but I was just reading this thing on Reddit about how TikTok, the app itself, collects so much of your fucking data.
They had to just make them change it because it was reading your clipboard.
It reads so much shit. Yeah. Don't install that. And if you have it installed, uninstall it.
It's not worth it.
It's not. It's pretty much a fucking data mining
for China.
Aimed at China. Well, aimed at children.
China.
It's the China virus.
The damn TikTok China virus.
Yeah, I saw that. I love those pictures afterwards where he's getting off the plane looking.
It? Oh, yeah. No Effects has a t-shirt already. Jeez. They're always up it when there's a Republican nominee for the presidential candidate.
Oh, yeah.
There's the surprise we don't have a Rock Against Trump yet. Remember the Rock Against Bush? There was 2 of those compilation CDs.
It's just that Trump is so much more. But a lot of people I've heard it from, the worst thing that happened to America could be the best thing. Sometimes we need chaos to be born again, like a phoenix, rising from the ashes. Burn this bitch down!
I'm with you, Pookie. Shit. Let's go get some cocktails with the Molotov persuasion.
Oh.
I had a dream.
Could you actually do it?
What?
I don't know if I could do it.
Do what?
Throw that Molotov through that Starbucks window.
Show it to me. Any one of them.
Anyone.
Any goddamn one of them.
The one right over there.
I'll do it to the one in the fucking mall.
All right. Now?
Yeah, nobody's there.
Right.
Now that I've just incriminated myself.
Yeah, right.
On my nationally syndicated podcast.
We're international.
Yeah, sure.
If people want to listen to us in other places, they can. We're on the internet. This is no longer...
if you seek, you shall find, or some weird Q saying.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I'm sure. Because we have free will.
I have free will. So I had this dream last week. I don't really dream all that much, so this is kind of out there.
Okay.
And in this dream, I was at my old childhood, not my home, but my grandparents' house.
Okay.
When they lived in Woodlawn, Maryland. It's a little ghetto area that is real shitty now, but at the time was a little better. And so it's city, basically. It's the picture I'm setting here. And I'm taking my dog, Cinder, who was with me, outside to put her on a lead. And I went back inside, which is something I would never, ever have done, ever. I'd never leave my dog outside alone by herself, ever. Because I want to know what the fuck she's up to. If she's sitting down while she's shitting, because that's not her thing anymore. But, and I go back out there and to bring her back in, and there is a giant zombified moose that is like stalking these yards. And I am terrified. My dog isn't out there anymore. And I'm like, what the fuck? And I just, kind of start running. The moose starts running after me. I'm like, I'm dead. I'm fucking dead. I make it back inside the house. I'm like, where's Cinder? Oh my God, I gotta find my dog. Basically freaking out about the dog. Looking everywhere I can, like from inside the house to the outside, looking for her, screaming for her, whistling for her. Can't find her. The moose finally leaves. I'm like, what the fuck? I go in the basement. Cinder is asleep on the couch. Giant smile on her face. Twitching in her sleep. Happy as dog can be. Mm-hmm. What the fuck was that about?
You're worried about losing her.
Well, yeah. I think about it a lot.
Death, yeah. That's exactly what it was about. Yep. It's the separation from her. You're worried. You're trying to process it.
Well, I saw that a golden retriever lived to 20 this week.
There you go.
That thing looked like death, though. It wasn't a golden retriever. That thing was a white retriever.
I'm sure at that point, and it probably moved all crazy.
Face just looked like a skull. It was like bleach white. Poor thing.
It was on the internet?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm going to look.
I think like Bay News 9 shared the shit. I mean, it was like 2 or 3 days ago.
20-year-old dog. That poor thing.
Cinder's like 12 or 13. She's 12.
Lola's 10. You knew it when you signed up for it.
I signed up for this. I know that. And I'm okay with it. Because, I know I still got like at least 3 years, I'd say.
And you know what you always have?
French fry?
Yeah, I'm the same way. Sometimes I think about losing my little buddy, and I'm like, I don't know what I'd do.
No, that's another thing. Like, okay, let's just get real more of it. I thought about this. Like, I know as soon as if it happens with Cinder, and after I take care of that,
say it. What is it? I think it's important for you to say it to process it.
When Cinder dies,
okay,
moves on to that Rainbow Bridge or whatever.
Okay,
I need to come over here.
Okay,
and just.
It's a pet French fry.
I
see your ball. You're starting.
I can't think about my dog dying, bro.
It's important to process it. It's not going to happen yet, hopefully, anytime soon.
I'm going to go home and she's dead.
That's usually what happens with those fucking dreams, though, isn't it?
Oh, my God.
It was like the warning. Like, my grandma called me in my dream.
Yeah, the dream catcher.
Yeah.
Dude, that's weird you say that grandma thing. Because after my grandmother died, I swear Cinder started giving me the look my grandmother used to give me when I was doing dumb shit. Like as a kid. So weird. I'm like, stop looking at me like my grandmother. You never met her. And exactly. She would like kind of cock her head and be like, So weird. Anyway, let's take a look at that PS5.
Yeah, man, that thing looks like a fucking router. It looks cool.
It's huge. It's as big as your damn...
Yeah, it's not that big.
It's big.
I didn't see... They actually have dimensions, though.
They don't have dimensions, but there was a picture of it.
It's a picture. Pictures add 10 pounds, buddy.
There was a picture of it sitting on, like, somebody's desk next to, like...
And that's a prototype unit, I'm sure. That's not the actual like production line one.
Prototype units don't look like the pictures they've been giving out, though. You know, prototype units look different. Dev units.
And it's also the first generation. I'm sure they'll shrink it down again, but I'm getting one.
First gen?
Day one.
Diskless?
I don't know if I can do diskless.
Really?
I like to be able to get deals, and sometimes you get deals on disc games. Not that I've been looking too recently, but like I don't have a disc on my computer.
But you would need a disc on your... You're so weird. You of all people would be about that disc.
Well, because that's...
But then you finally got to make it and be like, okay, I got to finally say no disc.
That's also
and
like...
be like...
my Blu-ray player.
That's what your PlayStation 4 is for. And how many Blu-rays do you watch? You stream everything, dude. How many Blu-rays do you even have?
Like 5. I've been meaning... Alright, I was moving stuff around in the room, and I found Akira Blu-ray in there, and I'm like, I want to watch this, so I've been meaning to watch that.
That's worthy.
Akira!
But I mean, like, you can stream that.
Yeah. I know.
Hey, you even said it earlier when we were moving Amy. What is this antique Blu-ray rack, DVD rack?
DVD racks are, but that bitch is gonna come in handy. I'm glad we got it.
For what? Akira?
Akira.
And then there's gonna be like...
I have some PS4 games.
49 other open spaces.
I have some PS4 games I can throw in there. I could use it as a PS4 rack.
True.
The PS4 will probably be moved in here. I need to put my TV... I'm going to put it up over there, I think. I don't know, though. I'm still trying to figure it out. Maybe up out here. Mount to that bitch.
Would this fit sideways?
Yeah, I'm turning.
But would it still have room on the side? Like, could you, like, turn it this way and sit over on that side? So you could have, like, a desk, like a lawyer desk? Or like someone on each side?
Well, I can't do that anyways because I'm turning this and I'm going to put the bookshelf over here.
Oh.
We're talking about things that the people listening can't...
Unvisualized things.
Yeah, they can't understand. You'll never understand, okay? Don't even try.
When we unveil this studio, I swear.
Yeah, we're gonna get it set up to live stream a couple times. I always feel weird about live streaming.
I would too if I looked like you.
Well, yeah, exactly. I make effort look effortless, okay?
It's all about angles.
Yeah. It is. You saw that episode of Seinfeld. The lighting.
No, I didn't.
The lighting.
Seinfeld is garbage.
No, it's not.
Yeah. It is.
Do you like Curb?
Nope.
Oh.
It's not my schizo, bro. It's not my style.
Rob. I've got this manga for you to read.
Nope. The one was good.
But you got through that.
It wasn't hard to get through or anything. I enjoyed it.
The other one was just hard to get through. You're like, fuck. Berserk, man.
No.
You didn't even get into the fighting.
Meh. So, I watched this Unabomber documentary on Netflix.
Unabomber? Was that the
dude that lived in the cabin in the woods all by himself?
What was his name?
Ted Kaczynski.
Kaczynski.
15 by 20 foot cabin. No plumbing. No electricity. Lived out there for years.
Well, he's also old school. That's before, like, we got... Could you live without, like, internet and electricity?
I could commit to it, yeah.
You could be one of those people out there?
Yeah. I don't know if I would be happier that way, but I could do it.
Well, because you would know what you've missed. Like, he doesn't even... Because when he wrote that manifesto, he just typed that bitch up, didn't he?
He started in the 70s, and yeah, he would go to the public library.
Just type... You know what? I used to have to go to the library and, like, do my papers and shit when I was going to SPC. I would always see weird fucking people in there doing crazy shit and those are those people.
Those are the Unabombers.
Those are the people arguing with you on the Facebook comments. So
yeah, that's where they moved.
Next time you're thinking about that person arguing with you on the Facebook comment, just think about how they're at the public library. They don't even have their own shit to argue with you on. Although they might be doing it on their phone nowadays.
No, they're looking up your address at the public library.
Yeah,
so
right.
They send you a bomb.
He found the addresses through the public library?
A lot. Well, I mean, yes, he did. That's how he found a lot of the
It's all
addresses.
public information.
Yeah. But he wrote everything in code, like number code. And the other thing that I took away from all this, he eventually is starting to go to public restrooms to get pubic hairs to put in his bombs in case they did DNA to throw them off.
That motherfucker was making
genius.
some next level plays.
I know.
Holy shit. We found some pubic hair. Let's run
5
it.
different kinds. There were for instances, especially the first couple bombs. I think it was bomb number 5. You started doing that, where they didn't go off. Sometimes they didn't go off. Yeah.
And he's just reading about it. He's like, that bomb should be going off.
Right,
or
and then
it's not
he
going
read
on.
that they were going to do DNA evidence, and he was like, "Ding! I need to go to the old McDonald's bathroom and get me some pubes from the urinal."
Now, was he traveling, though? Because at some point, they're going to start to lock down, okay, all this DNA is from this area.
Yeah.
Motherfucker with the next level play.
He would travel, eventually started traveling Oklahoma, I believe.
Where was he at? Probably Wyoming or Montana or something,
Some
right?
shit like that. But he would go up and down the major highway there and get to different states to mail shit. And everything would already be he had to abandon his first package because it didn't fit in the mailbox. Dumbass was the only thing he didn't think of was it fit in the mailbox. It was postage and everything packaged, ready to go. And he just dropped it there. In a parking lot.
Oh. And they found it, and they're like, what the fuck?
Well, he couldn't really get away with it now anyway because of all the cameras and shit everywhere, too.
How would you do it nowadays?
You really don't hear that shit much off anymore.
No, you can't.
There's just too much.
He changed the game. There's so much investigation with it.
He's
too.
I was talking to my friend that works at the post office, and she said that because of that is the reason, every time you mail something, they ask if there's any harmful chemicals, liquids, or bombs in it. He totally changed the way they did shit. Everyone does. He's every carrier you hand off mail to, shipping wise or anything, is going to ask you a question because of the Unabomber now.
Look at that. Exactly case in point what I was talking about earlier. Through chaos, something new is born and made better.
Well, look at you, Mel.
Case in motherfucking point, okay?
So, wrestlers are rapists, huh?
It's not just wrestlers. That's what I was talking about. Okay, when we were talking about earlier with the COVID and Black Lives Matter, but there's also another Me Too movement that's it started, I think, with the wrestlers
A couple
speaking out.
comedians.
And then, I've seen it even on, my Dota subreddit. There's all kinds of casters and, prominent figures that are being called out in the esports scene. And,
Esports be slinging dick.
all over. Well, just, it goes back to, I think, toxic masculinity and how, as kids, we're taught, that the end game is to get laid.
Get
and-
that poo.
Yeah, and to, be this alpha male that,
Get your nut on,
yeah,
son.
get your nut on. And women are taught that that's what men are. And, I don't know.
Boys will be boys.
It's just more people speaking out of things that we kind of all knew but weren't really spoke about.
So how do you handle it?
Again, I think you just listen and learn.
Shame the fuck out of them? Not the people speaking out.
For sure, definitely some people, but I think you, depending on even,
How about we
you
thought
need
about
second
this.
chances.
we talked about this a little bit. Like, how would you book these people coming back if you let them come back at all? And we found the perfect person would be...
I think is the perfect one.
Sammy Guevara.
Sammy Guevara, man. The dude made a mistake. He's in his 20s still. Like,
I still find it crazy that pretty much every wrestler is younger than me.
If we had the internet when we were in our 20s, you know how much embarrassing shit would be out there from what, like, I said and did in my, like, late teens, early 20s.
Yeah.
It's a very formative period in your life where you don't really realize it because you're an adult. You're technically an adult, but your mind hasn't really matured to that, like, adult level where you're thinking about...
You're just not a seasoned adult.
Yeah, you're not really thinking about the bigger picture. You're still... I hate to say it because it's that old, like, it makes you feel old, but the kind of idealist when you're at that age. And that's a beautiful thing because that enacts change, too.
You're a rookie.
And you just... But he said some dumb things, but give the guy a chance to learn from it, you know? And I think he is, and I think that he is the perfect candidate to come back and just be a fucking mega babyface.
And, I mean, saying dumb shit is a hell of a lot different.
All right,
than
yeah.
doing dumb shit.
And that's kind of what is also fucked up about the situation is that people like Sammy that said some horrible shit that wasn't a joke, and like he thought it was a joke, but he didn't realize how that actually affects other people, you know, is a lot different than like the accusations against Velveteen Dream or Joey Ryan, you know,
Gallagher,
where there's actual like physical assault and
straight up Riz Ape,
and like in some cases serial accusations, you know, and that's a whole different ball game, and that's what kind of sucks. And it's not to invalidate the people that had these experiences, because the people that are affected like this, because I mean even Sasha hears that, and that can't feel good to hear, you know, that can't feel like, oh yeah, it's a slimy thing to hear. And the women that were raped or sexually assaulted or demeaned made to feel inadequate to do things, or, you know, anything like that there's definitely there's harm there, but I don't know if both of those deserve the same degree of hate for.
Yeah, no, I'm totally with you there.
You know,
punishment. And then there's those riddle accusations.
That sounds like a fucking confusing mess of infidelity, really. It just sounds like dude was cheating on his wife with the wrong crazy girl.
Wait, you had a girlfriend? Yeah, that's...
And it sounds like he probably came clean with the wife, but that girl wasn't ready to end it to some degree. So who knows, you know, but other places I've read said that people have looked into, they knew about that for like a year, and they looked into it before they started pushing him, really.
The cuck of Cornette?
Yeah, again, I don't know, because...
Come on down, call the Cornette and fuck my wife. You've seen the graduating class of Ohio Value Wrestling when he was allegedly doing this, right? Brock Lesnar, John Cena, Big Show.
Yeah, so I don't know if he was actually doing it.
Khali.
Yeah. I mean, he could have, and I mean, to some degree, are you going to go after every dude? That's no, but if they're doing it, they probably did it with some people. There's probably a degree of truth to that. I don't know how deep it goes there.
Like I said, it's a very sexualized business. I can see where this shit's going to happen.
There's a lot of testosterone. There's a lot of
It's not okay that it happens, but I can see where it's going to happen.
That's why our culture is changing. That's why the way and it's not just our culture. It's like everywhere, because the UK, they're talking about it. It's not okay for men to do this and to hold...
Yeah. You can't caveman women.
Yeah, we're not cavemen. We're past that point. We're not
civilized, sophisticated creatures.
Yeah, and it's important that we we teach younger kids differently, and
That's what needs to happen.
And help older people try to understand, like,
stop being scumbag.
Well, understand why you're being a scumbag. Understand why it is that way. Not just
Women don't like it when you whistle at them.
Don't catcall.
Gross.
Don't like. There's a lot, and it's not
okay.
just.
It's like, and it's
okay.
not like you can't compliment a lady.
And you just have to realize how you're doing it.
You can't say, like, man, that dress makes your tits look great.
Yeah.
That ain't cool.
And I mean, some degree, you don't have to comment on every pretty girl you see.
Don't be that creep either.
Yeah, you don't even have to say things to women. And it's a different if you're in, like, a social setting, like a bar, where you can walk up to somebody and say, hey, you look good in that dress. You look
nice today.
Start a conversation. But if you're in the middle of the grocery store and you're like, damn, girl, that dress looks good, it's a different setting. It's about place and settings for some of that.
When you're at the grocery store, you got to make it about the groceries.
Yeah, exactly. I've always said that. You need to look at it and be like, oh, what recipe are you making?
You like that Hawaiian bread too?
You need to say things like, oh, look at that. Like, oh, what are you making with that?
What you doing with
Is
them
that
avocados?
A good recipe? Like, oh, I just got a slow cooker. You got any...
It's
about segueing into, but you can't just be a creep. Realize when you're being a creep.
The funniest thing of all of this to me is that Joey Janela is like squeaky clean. The bad boy, Joey Janela.
Of course.
It's like squeaky clean.
What was I? And it's not just men. I said we men need to be better, but
no, Tessa Blanchard does it too.
But it's even like you saw that date rape story that fucking Keith Lee put out, didn't you?
Yes. But I don't mean to roll my eyes.
You did you're part of the problem with that.
I know.
Like, if dude's all right, you're in a committed relationship. You're in some other town, you're just having drinks with your friends, you tell a girl, no, I'm not into it tonight.
Okay.
And then you wake up the next day.
From what I read there,
he took that drink. He shouldn't have taken that drink from her.
That conversation with that chick just was too much. He said it was like all night long.
But still, respect. At the end of the day, respect.
Respect what?
So you're saying he asked for it by having the conversation?
No. He didn't ask for anything. I'm just saying that you shouldn't sit there and just.
You think so?
When someone sits there and continues to have advances towards you, don't sit there and just continue to talk to them if you're not interested. Yeah, that's not necessarily leading them on.
Well, that's the thing. He said that he was, having fun with the girl. He had liked her on a friend, so it's like a friendly thing for him.
Yeah,
and
I can see that in his personality too.
But at the end of the day, he didn't want to have sex. It doesn't matter what their conversation was. It's not okay.
But what kind of creepy fucking girl is fucking drugging dudes?
And it happens. And it also happens where dudes get fucking molested by other dudes. Have you seen that shoot interview from Piper? Where he's going to talk about whatever fucking Pat Patterson made him do. Whatever. But that dude had some inner demons with that shit. There's anybody in a position of power should not be using that power to get any kind of sexual favors from people, or to make people
advancement of someone's
career. Or to make anybody feel inferior. Like, the whole hazing bullshit has got to go too.
Yes. That goes along with like nationalism and monuments to me. Like, why the fuck is this around here? Fuck this.
It's like
boys club shit. Like, oh, you gotta join the club.
Yeah, you gotta go stick your head in the toilet.
I'm not drinking toilet water. Sorry.
Yeah. No, it doesn't.
Nah, I'm not gonna kill my firstborn. Sorry.
Yeah. Like, that all shit has got to stop too. And some people will be like, oh no, it makes you stronger. Does it though? Does it really?
No, it makes you stronger. Working for what you get. Working hard. Exercise.
Exercise definitely makes you stronger. Reading a book, that'll make you mentally stronger. Meditation will make you spiritually stronger.
Going outside of comfort zones.
Oh, yeah, definitely. Go outside of comfort zones as much as you can.
Taking cold showers.
Yeah, cold showers help. You got to go hot, cold, hot, cold. Open the pores, close the pores.
Mm-hmm.
Open the pores, close the pores.
That's the secret.
That's the secret there. I don't know, Rob. We've talked about so much today. This is a longer one for us, I feel like.
Yeah, we're at 1:05 right now.
An hour 5. Look at that.
Hour 5.
So not one of the longest, but I don't know. I don't know what else we have to say.
We talked about a lot. I'm pretty happy, man. We got a good one in here, I think.
A lot of times I think this is for us.
Oh, 100%.
More than it is for y'all. I'm sorry, y'all.
Still
Whoever
listen.
you are out there.
Keep listening.
Yeah, I love that you listen.
Share with your friends. We're glad to be back. We're back.
Yeah. If you want to interact with us more, I mean, you could. You don't have to. Because listen, I make effort look effortless.
This has been a TRGPN production.